Good morning, social media fans. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, May the 1st, presented by Mercury. Hey, don't forget, folks, Fish Fest this morning, right here at Bucks Island, 4500 Highway 77. Food, fun, pros, Brandon Polinick, Matt Herron, John Cruz, Scott Canterbury, Wes Logan, Brian Latimer, John Cox from the NPFL, Billy Hines from Major League Fishing's Big Five Tackle Warehouse Tour. Come on out, see these guys. Get 15% off a tackle. We'll feed you hamburgers and hot dogs, and then you get free raffle prizes as well. Come on down and see us. But right now, for those of you that are going to spend the day fishing, here's your fishing report. Good morning, everyone. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, May the 1st, presented by Mercury. Hey, folks, Fish Fest Day right here at Bucks Island, the biggest event of the year. Never mind the Elite Series coming to town next week. This is the deal right here, Bucks Island, 4500 Highway 77, Southside, Alabama. Pros, fun, raffle, food, come on down. But for those of you that are going to miss the biggest and most important event of the year and you're going to go spend some time on the water, why don't we send you on up there to Guntersville, the big lake with Tom Ott. Tom, what are you and St. Jennifer doing today?
Well, we got to get out there and yank on some lips today. I mean, we hate to miss Fish Fest, but we do have some practicing we got to do. So, but I'm telling you, Dano, this last full moon we had here in April seemed to really bring a push of new fish up shallow. So, right now that wacky rig, your dingers, those kind of things are just really catching a lot of fish. I haven't seen a tremendous amount this past week, at least locked down, but there's a lot of fish up shallow. We're also seeing some fish that are moving out deep too. So, and when I say deep, I'm talking that 10, 11 foot range, hard bottoms, so, I mean, you can really catch them doing about anything. I mean, it is April or May, I guess, and first day of May, we've got, 69,000 acres over here at Guntersville, and it's fishing kind of small because, it's spring in Guntersville. So enough said there, but yeah, we got a little shad spawn going. So, when those low light conditions, make sure you pick up your spinner baits and your crank baits and your swim baits, get out there and catch some of these fish.
What about the crappie bite? I know that's probably been pretty good too. I know those guys are out there looking for some fish sandwiches. Tell us what you're seeing out of the crappie bite.
I tell you, the crappie, they've about done doing their thing up shallow. They're starting to move back out and starting to get in some of those deeper areas. Hanging off the edges of the river channels and creek channels, and certainly under the causeway bridges and that kind of thing. But they definitely, I think that's about a done deal as far as spawning for those big ones. They've just moved out. Now they're feeding up, getting ready for winter.
Well, that's good. As always, Tom, man, we appreciate everything so much. And as much as we'll miss you down here, I know you're doing something fun and important, but you're just going to skip the most important event of the year and just go put some hooks through some lips, and we appreciate that.
Well, we'll be running at Mercury all over the place, so that's the important thing. That's a fantastic motor. I mean, you guys go visit that Fish Fest, take a look at some of those nice motors and boats down there.
Good morning, everyone. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, May the 1st, presented by Mercury. Hey, folks. It's Fish Fest up here at Bucks Island today. We know some of you are going to be out there on the water doing your thing, but hey, if you want to hang out with some pros, get some free food, see some fun tackle, meet some vendors, come on up to Fish Fest, one of the biggest events of the year here at Bucks Island, and we're all looking forward to it. One of the guys that's going to be here this afternoon is Josh Herron from Reaction Innovations, setting up a table and teaching information. But Josh, I know you've been spending some time on Logan Martin and Lay Lake these days. Tell us what's going on down there in your neighborhood.
Shad spawn.
Ooh.
Shad spawn. Post spawn funk is probably a good definition. Be out there bright and early. It's kind of a grind afterwards. But that's the key to success right now, seems like, is shad spawn. We got fish moving out. We still got some garters up. There's nothing real spectacular or defining through the day. I mean, we're kind of in that fish have come off the beds, fish are on their way out, still hanging around for a shad spawn, but they're kind of busted up and scattered, and that seems to be like your major concentration of fish right now.
Seems that you can find a few bedded fish with the water and the weather been the way it has recently, it seems there's still a few fish that are trickling on up into those beds, especially around this full moon that we've had. Do you think it's more time considerate to be able to go fish for ones that may still be on the beds, or just try to get there early and then just hunt and peck the rest of the day? What would you do?
I mean, I would get there early and hunt and peck the rest of the day. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely stumble across a few randoms on the bed, but it's nothing that you can go, I'm going to go do this all day right now, I don't think. I mean, we caught some off the bed last weekend, but there weren't any big females up that I would call. So, but I mean, that doesn't mean they're not there. I mean, I'm sure if you put a really good pair of glasses on and burn the trolling motor to the ground, I'm sure you can run across a few.
Well, it's also not a very fun way to fish just for fishing wise. If it's a tournament, you may be the best thing to do, but you might want to do that after the day. Well, Josh, as always, it sounds like things are starting to progress down there. It may not be the easiest bite, but it sounds like it could be a lot of fun if you really put some time into it. Hey, but yeah, as always, we look forward to seeing you up here today with the Reaction Innovations display, and thanks for coming up to be a part of Fish Fest. We'll see you a little bit later this afternoon. Good morning, everyone. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, May the 1st, presented by Mercury. Hey, folks, don't forget, today, right here at Bucks Island, Highway 77, right in Southside, Alabama, Fish Fest. We've got pros, we've got fun, we've got food, we've got raffle prizes, discounts on tackle, discounts in parts. Be here, have some fun all day right here at Bucks Island, biggest event of the year. But for those of you that are going to go waste your time doing something stupid like fishing, just kidding, of course, Neely Henry's been pretty decent lately, folks. The fish are starting to move shallow after the spawn. They're in their post-spawn phase with a few spawners mixed in, but they can be caught on swim jigs in the grass. You can catch a few on buzz baits. Square bill crankbaits will still catch you a few, and you probably could catch some spotted bass on the steep walls and maybe even on some of the shallow bars offshore. But, you know, just like anything else, you're going to want to look for current. You're going to want to time yourself a little bit. The best thing to do is to go target a shad spawn, because the shad spawn started, and some of those post-spawn fish are going to be gorging themselves up against grass edges and some seawalls. You might be able to catch a few on topwater in the morning, but then spinner baits are also going to be key, and also bladed jigs will also give you a shot at that. But you're going to have to move fast. You're going to have to stay in the shade, and as soon as the sun comes up, you're going to have to grind a little bit. Weiss Lake, same type of deal. Shad spawn started, swim jigs in the grass. Those kinds of things are going to present you a few opportunities for fish. You may be able to catch a few fish on a buzzbait up there. And the crappie are kind of done with their spawning up there at Weiss Lake, so you're starting to look for the offshore type stuff, maybe some deep docks, some jigs. Shooting docks might be a good thing to try right now, but also you might want to start looking out as the bigger fish have done their deal and are starting to move out a little bit. So maybe even some vertical fishing or pulling some crankbaits on a spider rig might present you a few fish there for the crappie. But overall, the bass bite's pretty good in the area. With the exception of the moment that the shad spawn is over, it's going to take a little bit of a grind to get some bigger bites. So move fast in the morning, cover water, and you might be able to put a few good fish in the boat and then follow it up in the afternoon by hunting and pecking, pitching a jig, swimming a grass. You might be able to get yourself a good big bite to be able to go along with it. And don't forget, next week is the Elite Series right here at Neely Henry. Best anglers in the world are going to be on the body of water showing us hopefully some new things and putting on a good show for us. But most importantly, Fish Fest here at Bucks Island. You can still make it this morning. Come on down, see us, meet some of these Elite Series pros and Major League Fishing pros, and have a great day, win some raffle prizes, and participate, and we'll even feed you. So hope to see you here at Bucks Island today. Well, that'll do it for our Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, May the 1st, presented by Mercury. Folks, we hope to see you today right down here at Bucks Island. Big deal. A lot of pros, a lot of fun. Hope to see you, but thanks for listening. And if you're on the water today, be safe and snap some heads.